I vaguely remember you kissing Rob while we were together.
No, I didn't.
Pretty sure.
No, I didn't.
Pretty sure.
Nope.
Yep.
When was
back
that?
in Georgia, and I got a call.
No, when was that?
Yep.
When and from who? If you got
From
it from
you.
Rob, oh.
Yeah.
From me?
Yeah.
From me personally?
Yep.
I
Hey,
called you up and I said,
Hey,
hey,
this thing happened.
I licked Rob. That's what I said?
Pretty much.
How was that even possible? Because there is no way that I would have even, no. I was too
This
into
is
you
after-
to do that.
Y'all were dating at the time? How long had you been in
dude.
Georgia?
No. I was too into you for that ever to have happened.
It happened.
No, it didn't.
I know it. I
Yeah,
know.
but give me
I
more
know.
context. Give me more context.
I was back in Georgia.
Yeah, but give me
We'd
more
been
context.
Together, you and Rob were hanging out. You shared in a kiss.
I don't think that that's true. I just can't see that happening.
I
like
know.
how I felt
Coconut
about
Man's a
Rob,
pretty,
how I
he's an
felt about
attractive
you.
man. He's an attractive man. I mean, I can't judge you. It is what it is. Hey.
Was I can't imagine that was me.
No. But you were into me. You called me to say this happened. Like you weren't like I fucked him. Like we were kids. We hadn't whatever. But you were like yeah.
Oh my God.
You filthy animal. You put one of your members on
Just a little
Coconut.
smooch.
I
Just
put
a little
this
smooch.
smooth skin all
But
across
as a kid, that was the
It hurt.
the
It hurt a little
beginning
bit.
of the end.
So how did
It
you
hurt.
digest
That was
that?
the beginning of the
how
end.
How did you come back from that, Devin?
I don't know, man.
this
That was
story.
that was the beginning
end
of the end.
Did you
I hate
end it
this
there
story.
or no?
No, it didn't end
I hate
from
this
that.
story.
I know. It
But
kind of
that's
sucks.
dope. That's growth. I
Yeah,
mean,
it didn't end from that.
and she was no less of a human because
Of
of it.
course not.
Of course she was.
Of course not.
Wow. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
That makes me really sad.
And you had one of these friends. Like I talked about in the other one.
I didn't.
Yep. You had
They-
this
they
friend.
egged
I
it on?
remember his name. Yep.
Oh.
Who?
It was like Brett or Brent. This guy.
Brett Gaver.
Right? The same guy.
No, you had one of these friends for a minute, I don't know, from acting class or something, and you started to hang out as like friends, and it was like, that's not friends, and then it got a little weird. And
Oh, but you weren't as mature yet.
Balls
hadn't dropped just yet.
I don't know.
Red in the face.
No, I don't remember
Red in
how
the
that.
face,
I
good
just
in the foot.
remember that situation of like, oh, this guy clearly this is crossing boundaries. Clearly this guy doesn't care. that
Really,
you have a
even when you were
boyfriend.
a little 15-year-old prepubescent brain, you knew?
Yeah,
You knew
it
what was going
obvious.
down?
It was obvious
You
with
did?
him.
You
Yep.
did?
It's
Wow.
tough. It's
And then
tough.
eventually you were like, oh, that's not my friend anymore because he made a move on me, and I was like, yep.
That's tough.
And were you jealous like I wanted you to be?
Yeah, on that one, yeah.
Gotcha.
On that one,
Gotcha.
yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I was probably doing the wrong thing to make you jealous too.
Probably.
You know what I'm
Damn
saying?
him going back to Georgia without me.
Yeah. Where
I'll
is
show
he?
you.
Yeah.
I want your attention.
It was. Yeah, it was the beginning of the end of us.
Stop saying the beginning and the end, or
apart.
else I'm going to literally jump off this table.
That was it, man. Just started to pull away with chaos.
It
Yeah.
was that honestly. Ooh,
You all right? I'm pulling it
Bring
back.
it back. Bring it back. Uh-oh.
yep. Raining in the friend group after that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Oof.
It'd be like that.
Ay, ay, ay,
You guys
ay.
survived, though. You guys survived, and I
Yeah.
love that you guys are able to have a conversation.
Yeah. I mean, this is
know.
forever
This
ago.
is
I'm not.
so long.
I'm not.
And it was
you
just
know,
a freaking kiss.
that-
Exactly.
yes.
But
Yes.
it was like, I don't know what else I was going to say.
At that time, a kiss is
was
everything.
It's
everything.
huge, yeah.
Dude, I
Adults,
was
like, a
so
little kiss
devastated.
is like,
Yeah.
okay.
I physically couldn't sit in my room. Like that's why I sought out other places to go.
When-
like
when
that,
we broke up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it was
I
rough.
literally was not okay. Like was not equipped, was not
No.
prepared, was not okay.
I wasn't either. It
I was not
rough.
okay.
It was rough. It took. I'm still not over it.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Love is hard. Love is hard. And we have so many expectations going into love and those intimate relationships. But at some point, you know, you have to lower. You don't have to lower your expectations, guys. Shoot high, aim for the moon. But people are humans, you know, and you kind of got to expect to see a little bit of humanity sometimes.
And if
from
you get
people.
more boot than moon, just know that's how it goes.
Well, just be real. Just be real about what you need and want, and
Yeah.
who you are, and have those discussions or not. You know,
oh,
I haven't
discussions.
been in I mean, I've been single for 5 years. I've dated people, but I've just been real about like I'm not in a place where I'm like ready to be someone's boyfriend and like shut it all down.
It's like you could only hurt someone if they were trying to have that relationship with you.
Yeah,
And you're not
I
ready.
just know I'm not there. Like I'm not there. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do it. I'm not there. So if that doesn't work, like be real on your end of what your expectations and what your needs are, and tell me and say like, all right, that doesn't work for me, even though I really like getting to know you. And then it's like, all right, great, there we go.
Cool.
Yeah, and I think I talked about this on pod. I did have another girlfriend. I did have another girlfriend, like, had a kiss with a friend of mine, like, cheated. It was like, you know, she had to tell me. It was a whole thing. And I was real upset, but I stayed with her. And in hindsight, man, like, I cut him off and was mad at him.
Yeah.
And stayed with her for a long time.
Dang.
Because my little brain at the time wasn't being real about, like, I blamed him and not her. Where in hindsight, and I saw him years later, and we didn't get into it, but I realized after I saw him, I was like, you know what? She probably created that situation just as much as he did, if not more. And I just blamed him, cut him off, and stayed with her, rather than like going like, wait, because it was a friend. That one like was like,
Dang.
it wasn't the kiss. It was like, wait, what? Like we're together? I was gone for a weekend and you kissed like my homie? Like, fuck that. But I didn't process that.
Yeah.
Because I was a nice boy, codependent boy. I wasn't in my right.
Yeah.
I hadn't grown yet. And I just like looked over that and cut off the friend, rather than asking. What I should have done is ask him. I could still cut him off, but ask him, hey man, what happened that night? Just to get the other side of the story. Because I'm getting her, who's probably saying it in the makes her the most innocent terms.
Yeah.
But
Jezebel.
But is it true? You know, I just went along with it. Like,
Come on now.
I know. I grew up, like, it was years later that I really processed. Oh, Devin.
You did the chick
Dang.
thing.
Bamboozled.
You did the chick
That's
thing.
tough.
I
Of
was a
just,
little
like,
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of just like cutting out the friend.
Cut out the friend. Don't hold your
your man
partner
apart. Yeah,
responsible.
yeah. Or your
Ooh.
partner, yeah.
Because it's tough. It hurts you on like this pride level where you're like, hey, this is mine. I made this whole conquest and you think you're going to come in here and take it from me? No, I'm going to defend what I now have. Like and then you end up holding on to this thing that was not good for you to have.
Yeah,
And shutting this
yeah.
out.
I don't have that fucking possession man thing that a lot of dudes do, which I get. But I just have the like, you're my friend and you did that. You're not my friend. But I didn't do the
same
equal
thing.
side of that.
You're
which is,
my girlfriend.
and you did that with my friend. You're not my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel, you're possessive.
No, not at all.
Even as a Taurus?
Even as no, I'm stubborn about things, but I'm also stubborn about my lack of possessiveness. Hey, you know. So me, I don't like ownership. It's like not a thing that I long for.
Over
marriage, even
people,
like.
it doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Over a person?
I don't want to remove someone's
Just a
personhood.
second here.
Go ahead.
I agree.
I mean,
No, I literally completely agree. I want your attention, but I do not want to own you. Like I was always very okay with like anybody going out and doing their own thing with their friends.
Yeah, like you said, your
I don't want to
boyfriend
hang out with
going
your
out,
dumbass friends.
Like,
You know what
go
I mean?
live your. If you're making choices, like I never want possession over someone's choices
No.
in their life.
no.
You want to do something, do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know where my boundaries are. You know where my needs, wants are. Hopefully,
Make your own assessment.
Make your own decisions. Like even if you want to go fall in love with someone else,
It's your life. You get
it's
one
your
of these.
life.
Sometimes
Go do
angling
it.
for attention though is like a parallel to ownership. You know what
It
I'm
sure
saying?
is.
I think it
Lindsay.
is.
It runs a nice.
Because you want to own
You
their
want to
attention.
own their attention,
Yeah,
and
all
so
of it,
you'll
all the time.
manipulate them
all
into
the time.
it.
I'm bleeding.
I got in a car crash. I need you to help me.
But see,
Then
I
you
don't
get there,
actually do
minor
those
offender
things
better.
anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
Like
Growth,
I don't
Lindsay.
do those damsel in distress things.
Growth,
right?
Lindsay.
It's good.
Man, I feel like we could talk about fucking relationships and cheaters forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about heaters? You take the C off.
Huh.
less interesting?
Right.
Less interesting.
Cool.
We could keep going on this. I did have a great. I talked to this great dating coach expert on my growing up pod like a little while ago, and like talking with her about relationships. I was like, we did 1 hour, and I was like, we could do this for 5 hours. It's so fun, and there's so
Wow.
much there.
Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Ned's Declassified podcast. And if you guys want to see the full episode, go on over to the Ned's Declassified podcast YouTube channel. We got the link in the description. And if you want more exclusive bonus content, join our Patreon. There's a link in the description for that too. All right, see you guys soon.